Welcome to BISP Solutions. So we are here to take the certain topics related to FCCs, and in our today's sessions, we will take up certain tickets on the different topics of covering the different of FCCs, and we'll try to solve those tickets. If we have been working on a live project, such type of tickets or the issues or the queries were raised by the end users, and we are supposed to solve them at our end. So we will take certain example in the such queries and example in the form of an tickets. So for that, so this is basically the session related to the FCCs tickets, open FCCs tickets which we are supposed to resolve. Okay, so let's see what are the tickets which we have received today and we are supposed to solve it. Okay, so so the list of we have this we are supposed to take up this tickets, and some of them are also available here. So let's see and check whether how many tickets we are able to solve. So first we will just take this 84 number, that is ticket number of T184, in which calculate commission causing performance issue, remove and check the performance issue, in which we have given the reference of another our old ticket number, that is T167, in which we have created one a custom rule related to calculation of commission or the sales, uh, so related to calculation of GST or the tax on some amount, so which has been causing and which has been disturbing the performance issue, so it has been delaying that process. So to resolve this, we will just first create the take the reference of this calculation of this. We will first create this custom rule in our FCCs. We'll check the performance, and after removing or after deleting that custom rule, disabling that custom rule, how much time it will take, we will just see that one. So for that, we will just create one custom rule in our application. So this is our application, and in which we are going to create an custom rule for this. So we will go to the custom here first. Console rule. Okay, so I already have given the name of it, that is the GST percentage. Create a GST percentage. Okay, let's create another one here. So under rule, we will create a new one. We'll given at GST rate rules. Okay, and we will just save this one. So it has been open now, and we will write the script here so that we can calculate the business the GST applicable on a particular account. So for that, I already have created one smart view with me, in which 62540. I will just change this alias. Okay, so this is the one of our account, that is the warehouse account, and in which we are supposed to calculate the GST percentage automatically. So for this, we will be creating the rule. So what will be the amount? So whatever amount is being charged for the warehousing, it and GST will be calculated automatically here. Okay, I will just delete the second row here. East. So we will create it for the company East 103. So I will just come to here and then we'll write the script. So I already have defined some row the custom script I here. So what I will do, I will just go here and will just paste it here. So in which I have okay, I will use the member name here. So in which I have already defined the POV, the POV which we are being using in our smart view here. That is periodic East 103, no intercompany data input, periodic FCCs local gap, and no product. And this is our custom the row, the member, the GST percentage. Okay, I will just change it alias to the none. Now you can see 79999 is our GST rate, the member in which GST will be calculated automatically, and 62540 will be warehousing. So I have just defined that here, 62540, and 7999 is the GST percentage. Percent amount will be calculated, and what will be the percentage for which we have created one this one, the insert a variable has been created for this one, okay, insert a variable. So in which I have already defined GST rate, in which I have already defined the percentage GST rate, GST percentage variable, and what is the percentage here? It is 8%. Okay, so I have already created this one. So that I have attached as a variable in our by formula and have written the script here. So I will just first save this one. So now you can see only few members of this smart view have been defined here. Okay, the rest we will define in the later stage when we will deploy it. Okay, so this is the member which I have already been defined. So and from below we have to define the remaining member, that is the consolidation member. What is our consolidation member? It is data input basically. So for that I will just go here and member, entity total, and this is our member. Okay, just save this one again. Then we have to define the currency. So we have to select that member from this member selector, entity currency. Okay, so we have defined this entity currency also. Then we have got this entity member. So the member here it is E103. So this is our E103. I will just select this one, 103. Just first save it, and period. So what is our period? Period here is January. Under year total we have quarter 1, and under quarter 1 we have January. Scenario, okay, just select this one, and scenario is our actual member. Then select the year, FY15, and just save this one. Okay, so we have defined this one, while the rest of this, that is no intercompany entity input local gap, have been defined in the script itself. Okay, so I will just save this one. I have saved this, then I will just validate it and save it again. Okay, okay, might be we have to attach the variable here again. Insert a variable. So a variable it is. Just select this one and just click on this. Okay, now you can see the GST rate is here. Just validate and save this one. Now it has saved the rule without any error. Okay, and now we have validated and saved. Now we will go to this validate again, and we will just validate and deploy it. So it will give us a successful message. Let's see, the deployment was successful. Okay, so before that I will just input an amount of rupees, some random amount for our warehousing member, and I will just submit this one. Now you can see it has been submitted. 10,000 we have uploaded. Now we have to apply this rule for calculation of GST amount here automatically. So we have validated it. We have validate and deploy. So let's deploy it once again, and we will just launch it again. Okay, the deployment was successful. Now we will just launch it. Now you can see these members we have already defined here in this section earlier. Otherwise we would have to define it here at this moment. Okay, so we have defined each and everything. It is E103 January, entity currency and entity input actual and 15. Okay, so we got this message that they will be shown on the log message. There the rule ran with no errors. Okay, so just come here and calculate this one. Now you can see we got this GST figure of 1800, which it has created automatically with the help of by deploying the rules. Okay, now we got this. Now we have created this a custom rule. So as per our requirement, we have completed this section. But now further, say for example, we have created this, we have been using this rule, but due to creation of rule is causing some error in the which is delaying our consolidation process, basically because of rule. So we will just try and see whether undeploying of this rule will improve our performance or not. Okay, so for that we will just create one random example, do an consolidation for a simple amount, and just compare this when this rule is deployed and when that other rule is, and when the rule have not been deployed. Okay, so for this purpose, I have already created one smart view for our purpose. Okay, and we will be doing a consolidation as a random sum by taking some random figures for these two entities W101 102, and we'll check the consolidation process when this rule is deployed and when this rule is not deployed. Okay, So just save this one and I will just input some random figures to it. Okay, so I will just copy this one and submit this one. Okay, okay, and for the other members, and just submit this one. Okay, so in this scenario, the W101 is our holding entity and it has invested in W102 to the tune of 6,400, which we have shown it under investment in sub with intercompany as ICPW 10102 for this entity W101. So this is the amount which we have input for the consolidation purpose. Okay. Now we will do the run the consolidation and we'll check the details. Oh, so before that, so let's okay, what I will do, I will just create a hmm, hmm, uh, okay. So we will take the screenshot for our uh, comparison purpose. So we will go here and we'll run the business rule from here. Rule and consolidate, run. So we will use the parent company here, FCCs, total geography, actual January and FI15, launch it. Okay. What we will do, we will just select the T100 group and we'll just remove the total geography because it is giving us some error because under T underscore 100 that our entity is a is a sub parent. So the consolidation rule has run here and let's go and check from the job how much time it has taken. So it has taken from 59 to 56, 59 to 05. Okay, so it has taken a time of say around 6 seconds. Copy this one, just paste it. Okay, and what we will do, we will go here either and we will see the input of it, output of it. Now you can see the output is ready available here. So investment in sub is there. Now we can just whether I can see. Okay, I will change some members here. This is not the member. I just want to change the member here, the movement member basically. So I will make it as closing balance basically. Okay. Under the closing balance, we have been seeing this one, and under goodwill, now you can. I will select the top member here. W100. Now you can see it has given us the investment in sub for W West 100. Okay, so what we will do, we will again run the consolidation here. Okay. We have not just defined the ownership structure here. That's why it has not giving us the proper figure here. So just go to here. January's. So what is our entity here? It is West 101. So it's a fault on my part. So 101. Okay, 101. We will make it him as holding, and we'll make it as subsidiary with 80% share. Just save the changes. Okay, and just recompute the ownership data. Okay, now we will run the rule here again. Rules, consolidate T100. Okay, it has run the rule. Let's see the processing time. Job, consolidate. So it has taken 29 to 35. Copy this one. I will delete the earlier one. Okay. Now we will come here and we'll refresh the data. Refresh the smart view. Sheet info 2898. We have been running the same entity. Why it has not been consolidating the figures? Investment in sub is there, input is there, perfectly all right. So go to consolidation. Whether all the, we will just check whether all the rules have been deployed or not. Yes, all of them have been deployed. Data input, parent currency, W, intercompany, total, low cap, investment in sub. Okay, what we will do, we will again just run the rule here. Ownership we have defined properly for the same period. The period is our Jan FI15 actual. Holding it, we have just defined it, save, just resave it, save it again, and recompute the ownership data. Okay, so let's do force consolidate here. Actual period is our Jan FI15. Okay, just take the member. Okay, just let's take the member W100. Descendant including. Okay, job. So it is still not getting our correct figure basically. West, it is west. We have been running the same through all the January. Force consolidate. It has completed. Okay. So it has not been working for us. So let's quickly repunch this all these figures. Submit this one. Submit. Submit this one. Submit. Let's run the business rules once again so that we don't get the figures here in the output sheet. T100 January actual. Okay. Let's refresh this sheet. Now you can see we don't have any figures. Okay. What we will do, we will try to take some another entity. Might be okay. We already have the figure here. What we will do, we will take W103 and W104. Okay. 103 and we will use this as 4. Okay, and we will define the ownership structure here first. So West 103, make it as, okay, first of all just make it as subsidiary. Make it as subsidiary. Now we will change it to holding and make it as subsidiary, as make it as 100. Okay, just save changes and recompute the ownership data. Okay, now we will input the details here, figure here. Submit this one. Okay, now we will run the business rule here again. Let's see the result in the job first. Okay, now we will come here and see our result. Still it has not been giving us the figure total period W100. Might be entity data input. Make it as total data source. Now you can see we got this calculation right here. The goodwill has been done, common stock is being reflected properly. Now Let's see the member selection also, retain earning. Uh, Now we got this retain earning also, because it is in 100%, so it will calculate the total amount. Okay, now this is the consolidation which we have done when the rule is being deployed. Now let's check and see when this rule which we have created, if we undeploy it, if we delete it, uh, what will be the result of it. Okay, so from here we will go to the rules. EPM, business rule, console, rules, GST rate rules. Open it, and what we will do, we will just delete this one. Okay, and just save it. GST rule is now being saved. Okay, now we will again go to and run our consolidation once again, as we have not defined the parameters in our custom rules. So just consolidate it, W100, just launch it. It has run. So let's see whether how much time it has taken. So under job, so it has taken an 1 second of to process this request, our request, when we undeployed the. So this is so now we can, now you can see earlier also there were 6 seconds or the 5 seconds were consumed when the rule was deployed, but when we have undeployed that rule, we have not used that rule, the time taken for consolidation, it is reduced to only 1 second. So this is how we can just improve the performance. So it has improved our uh, it has improved our say what you can say, the performance of the application. Okay, now we will try to solve this one. The consolidation process unable to proceed since approval process is pending. Okay, so uh, okay. So for that, what I will do, I will go to this from the navigator and from the manage approval. So our scenario here, it is actual FI 15 January. Okay, so before that, what I will do, West 103 now. It is make it as 1, 2, copy this one, and I will just copy here it, save this one. We will use here as 1, okay, 1, 2, and 1. ICP. Okay, Now we will input in some another entity, that is so make it as east 103 104. Okay, some amount is there, basically it will cause error for us, so just make it as, say, north is available or not. So there is no number in it, so we will use this one. Okay. So for this north 103, 104 and 103. So for this purpose, what we will do, we will just disable this approval status for this scenario, actual FI15 January. So under this, it has already been enabled right now, means approval status is there. So what I will do for this north one, I will just remove it. Okay, exclude it, and we'll come back here in our smart view and just save it. Now you can see it has not allowing us to input the figure for this members. Okay, and periodically if we say for in place of north, what I will do, what I will use south 104 and so, and let's refresh this one. Now you can see it is allowing us to input the figure for this south entity. Okay, but not for this north entity, because this entity has not been enabled. Okay, the consolidation process unable to proceed since approval process is pending. Okay, so this has not been allowing us to proceed in this matter because this approval status is not been enabled for this entity north 103, 104 and 103. Okay, but it is enabled for south 103. Okay, so to deal with this, what I will do, I will go to this application and to the approval status, manage approval. Under this tree view, for this total geography, we will just start it. Okay, the approval unit has been started. So just come here and just refresh our sheet. Now you can see we are able to update this one. Okay, just okay, so just put some random figures here as we have already put in. Submit this one. Okay, and for this also we will just input the figures. Submit. Okay, now we have input these figures and we will use the existing sheet. And this is our north. North output. So let's connect this one with this our existing connection. Save this one. So there is no figure in it presently because we have not run the consolidation. Okay. Now what I will do, I will just go here again and will disable the manage approval for this particular entity. Review North one. This is for North. Okay. So we have disabled this one. Approval unit has been excluded here. Now, as we have already input this figure, so just run the consolidation here and see whether we will be able to get the figures at the consolidation level, yes or no. Just click W100. It is North one. No? Okay, I will just use the North one actual launch. Consolidation cannot be performed. The selected entity is not started for scenario. Okay, so this is the error which we will get while consolidating. Okay, so just copy this one and use it for reference here. Okay, this is the error. And so how to deal with this error? So this error is saying that this has not yet been started. So let's check once again it. Okay, the selected entity and 100 is not started for the scenario. Means it has not started for this particular scenario. Okay, let's see and choose it as for fab. Launch it. Okay, just go and just check it at the job. Consolidate. Encrypt error is method called is selected and is not started for suddenly. Now we can just check this one. This is for the period. Okay, this period January has not yet been started for the scenario. Okay, and just select and keep it is for our reference. So what it is saying that this entity has not yet been started for January period. That's why it is not allowing us the scenario, the consolidation for January as well as for Feb. Okay. So what we will do, we will just go here and go to our manage approval and start the approval status for this purpose. So go to this tree view, FCCs total geography, North one. So just select this one. So what it will do, whatever entities are there and for this parent and N100, it will start for all those entities. Okay, so just come here and now rerun the rule here, business rule. So let's see whether we will get a success in consolidation or not. N100 Fab, let's change it to Jan. Launch it. Okay, now it has run the rules successfully. Okay, let's come here and recheck it whether it has run or not. Now you can see the retained earning has already been calculated perfectly here for this north input. Okay, I will select that amount from the member selector. Now you can see the goodwill has been calculated, the common stock has been calculated accordingly here. So it has allowed us to run the business rule here, jobs. This is N100 Jan July 15. Refresh it. Okay. So this is how we can just enable the approval status here. So what errors we normally get when this has not been enabled? We used to get this type of error. Consolidation cannot be performed. The selected entity is not started for the scenario. Okay, and we may get the this such type of error when we get the when we try to do the consolidation for subsequent month. For we have tried this for this Feb month. Since the Jan month consolidation, the approval status is not being enabled. That's why it has not allowed for 5 month also. So today we have just solved these two tickets. Okay. So the first one has taken a longer time. Now we will take up the some more such type of tickets, and we'll come up with more tickets related to all this related to FCCs. So that's all for our today's session. We will just meet again with some more few tickets. Okay. So till then, so it's time to say goodbye and thank you.